Y'all know the drill. It's the last day, the last Saturday, December 2025. Before I can even get the words out, you all know the drill. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Come on. Y'all know how we do this. I see my ones. I see my ones. I see those ones. Loving to see those ones. Come on. I see those ones. Thank you for the ones. So glad that you all decided to come out and hang with us this evening, this afternoon, this night. And I just wanted to make sure that, as always, welcome to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics are intentionally random and randomly intentional. This is the final episode of the Intentionally Random broadcast of 2025. We will be taking a look at the things we should have said no to and the places we used the authority of no to navigate ourselves through the throes of this year, as well as the no's we believe will help to shapen the year to come. Join us
At
at
Anthony's Too Real.
and at Tina Mo for Show as we take a magnifying glass to the idea of a well placed no and revisit the no's we could have, should have, and altogether missed while making attempts at forward progress. So, if you would, for one last time this year, lend us your ears, your minds, and a little bit of your undivided attention as we break down this year of the no. Let's step into the real. Hey, 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 everybody in the chat. Over in the chat mints. So glad that you all have decided to come out, hang out with us tonight. As always, shut your face. As always, it is a blessing to be able to share a space with you all. It is always a blessing to be able to see your faces in the chat. Those of you all who have faces in the chat, I don't think I see anyone without any so far, but so glad to see all of you. I want to acknowledge you, Anthony's Too Real, first. I know we're going to get to the Chapmans in a minute. So glad that they all have come out tonight. But how you doing, co-host?
I'm doing well, and I didn't even realize or recognize that this is ultimately the last intentionally random of 2025. So I'm super excited because I'm excited for like what's to come with us for next year. But other than that, I am it's lit.
It's lit. It's all the way up. We all the way with it tonight. Especially being that this is the last one of this year. It's been a blessing to share this space, to reflect. It dawned on me maybe about a week ago that this
Hmm.
was going to be our last intentionally random broadcast of this year. And with that being said, uh well, I want to first welcome you to the space, to the place. Too real. We be so busy welcoming everybody else. I don't never welcome you. You know what? Welcome into this space. Hello.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. And I feel it to be a privilege to share a platform, share this space with the voice of YouTube. So I just want to say, yes.
Oh, y'all hear it? The bell is up and running. Uh, it is not tucked away anywhere. It is not hidden at all. But it's that bell has come in to celebrate with us, being that this is the last Saturday of 2025. I want to turn my attention to the Chapmans. Want to acknowledge uh, the first and the last to be first for this particular episode. Faith Marie Unscripted, one of the best out there, videographer extraordinaire, vlogger extraordinaire, editor extraordinaire. And here and recently we have just learned a dancing machine. We're so glad to have you here tonight with us. Appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chatmans. Greetings and salutations. We see Brit Family Fun, who I call affectionately Lady Yo. So glad to see you. I see the second. I see you. You wasn't playing with him today. You didn't get there all the way, but you got into place. Hello. So glad for you to share the space with us tonight. Appreciate your presence as well. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Janice, it is such a blessing to be able to see you anytime that you pop in. I'm always delighted. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapman. So glad that you hanging out with us tonight as well. I have been roasted earlier today.
Mm-mm.
And so my New Year's resolution was to go forward starting today.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying what I would normally say, I'm just going to say, welcome, Trish.
Oh,
It
no
feels so
greetings and
foreign to me.
salutations.
No, wait, I'm talking about Trish said stop calling her a homebody Trish and just call her Trish. And so
Oh,
I'm
really?
yes, I got that earlier today. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna abide by that and move forward with just calling her Trish. So glad that you came out. Anytime you support us, I'm always delighted and elated um that you come into the space. Thank you for your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Oh, who else we got? Lushana. Oh, so glad for you to come in. Anytime I see her, I'm like, oh, wow, she has graced us with her presence. So glad that you were able to stop out, hang with us tonight. Thank you for your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. Tell them no. Yes, yes. We're gonna tell they ice no. Yes. Dr. Ninja Turtle, as always, the first salute to the man of the hour, the first one to hang out with us tonight with the testosterone in full. Coming in to hang with us, Dr. Ninja Turtle himself. So glad to see you tonight. That I always have my sentiments or express my sentiments as it pertains to men in our spaces, as being that there's so many women and there's two chicks up here. So I'm so glad that your strength you allow to be shared with us in this space. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the chat. Smooth. So glad to see you. You know, me and him like to bump heads every now and then on a panel, but anytime I see him coming to the Chapmans, I'm always elated and delighted. So glad that you decided to come in. And hey, you ain't half stepping with the testosterone either. Hello, somebody. Glad that you decided to share the space with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Who else we got here tonight? It's so many of you all. I'm so glad. Susanna has been one of the greatest supporters that I have seen. She always makes sure that she steps in anytime I go live. There has not been once since meeting her acquaintance that she has not come in, said hello, dropped a like, I'm so glad that you were able to come in to this last Saturday of 2025 hanging out with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. I'm trying to make my way down. I don't. It's probably 9,000 of these Chapmans I'm missing, but we got a minute. Simply sunshine moments. So glad to see you. I always call you just. I just call you sunshine because it's just easier to say sunshine because you always brighten up people's days. I'm so glad that you're in the space sharing with us tonight. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Who we see Tease is in the building. So glad that you decided to come and hang out with us as well. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. So glad to see your face in this space. Because I was gonna say something else, but I ain't gonna do that. I am Coach Mean Reen is in the building. Hello, so glad to see you this evening, this afternoon, this night, coming in with us, hanging out. So glad you're always a motivation to me and an inspiration to me anytime I see you in the Chapmans. Thank you for sharing the space with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Now, let me see here. Oh, T Brown. So glad that we got some more. We got some more in the building. Another man in the building. Hello, somebody. T Brown. So glad to see you. I always appreciate anytime I'm able to share the space with you, whether I'm on your channel or you come to mine. You always have such great wisdom to share with us. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Let me see. I see Trish. Who else Oh, now, y'all know. Now, don't that you just gonna have to be a hater at the moment. You're just gonna have to hate for a pair of seconds. I would hope there is some love in your heart, but just in case you feel a little hate in your heart for a pair of seconds, it is because I rolled out the carpet for my YouTube pastor. Just Danielle 365 has made it out with us. So glad that you decided to hang with us tonight, this last Saturday. I almost said last December, but it is the last, well, it's the only December in this year. But this last episode, so glad that you made it to the space. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans and congratulations on your monetization. Just wanted to shout you out as well. Girl, when that bell get to going, when I tell you that thing took me something serious. Melinda, so glad that you came in tonight. This is another one that I think about how many panels we've shared together in so many different spaces. I always enjoy your wisdom that you um also like to share with us. And anytime that you're in this space, I'm all ever so grateful. Thank you for deciding to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chatmans. Y'all in this piece, precious. I'm on my professionalism at the moment, but you know what it is. I ain't gonna say it because somebody looking at me, but I'm on my best behavior over here. But with that being said, precious, I am so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here chat. Tanja, I see you. I'd be excited whenever I see you as well. You have been such a great inspiration, and you're so fun loving. I love that about you. I appreciate you deciding that you're gonna hang out with little old us today, tonight, this evening, this afternoon. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. I'm trying my best to make sure that I greet everyone, because if it's one thing I don't want to do, is skip anybody because you all are so important to this channel. You are a blessing, each and every one of you in your own way. And because of that, I always try my best to acknowledge you all as you come in because this year has been a reflection of how you all have come into this space and we've become better because you've been here. BOK Media Life Food Freaks. Lady, when I tell you I was bewildered and confused with the shenanigans that you had to experience earlier today and your desire to to hit me up in the YouTube space to let me know what you was seeing at the moment. Maybe wanted to slide through, but I couldn't at the moment. But I'm so glad that you decided to come and hang out with us this evening, this afternoon, this night. The last intentionally random episode of 2025. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. No place I'd rather be. I see you, uh, Danielle. Calamity Jane, JC. So glad to see you. Anytime that you graced this space, I see you so often in so many different places, and you have to be uh, one of those individuals who sneak in some wisdom every now and then. I'm so glad that you decided to share your presence with us tonight. Thank you for deciding to come by this evening, this afternoon, this night. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Keisha, RB, I see you. So glad that you decided to come hang out with us. You always welcome in this space anytime. But I'm so glad that you decided to come and chill with us tonight and see what we're gonna say about this good no. Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Chapmans. KC, now I'm about to get in trouble because this show is a lot of y'all today. KC the 1-7. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. As always, I appreciate your presence. Uh, Welcome to the Chapman, sir. And I'm trying to make my way on down to the bottom of these here Chapmans. Because I know I've said quite a bit. Oh, so glad. I'm so glad I made it to the end. Too real.
I'm
Too
here.
real. You in
I'm
the
here.
building. You still here. You yet holding on. When I tell you that tonight has been one of those nights where I'm like, it's not like any other night. It
Mm-hmm.
comes with its challenges. It's come with its reflections. It comes with its spacing, its time, its thoughts. Was gonna say its dreams, but I don't know if I'm living a dream or not yet. Sometimes when you live in a dream, sometimes you can't tell that you went to sleep. So,
My Lord.
but one thing I can say is sharing this space with you tonight has opened my eyes to possibility. It has opened my eyes to anything that I would consider as forward progress.
Mm-hmm.
You open up my eyes. Each day has trouble of its own. It does, Danielle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Child. Matter of fact, let me post that right quick because she didn't say the word
Please.
right there, right quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, look at that wisdom. Ain't that what monetization do for you? Hello.
Woo! Woo!
Make sure that y'all come out tonight and don't be mad because I'm shouting her out because that's my YouTube pass. I get to do that. This my channel. This my show. And me and
Okay.
Antonita shout out whoever we want to shout out because that's what we do in this piece. But make
Amen
sure
in
that
the
you
chat,
come out.
Vince.
Make sure you come out tomorrow at the space of time of the Jeopardy, Millennial Jeopardy tomorrow on Just Danielle 365's page tomorrow, because there will be a celebration like no other as we celebrate all of her long uh awaited work that she has put in to come to this space and finally be celebrated. I need y'all out there in the place tomorrow. Hello? I ain't gonna make y'all lie and say put a one in the chat. If you gonna be there tomorrow, I ain't gonna put y'all on the spot. But I'm gonna need y'all to consider, strongly consider, showing up tomorrow. But um, but again, I digress. The real odds and evens has showed up in this space. Allow me to roll out the red carpet on one of the funniest individuals I have come across this year. And as of right now,
Mhm.
I want to say that he is probably one of the longest standing individuals that I've known the longest since I've been in the creator space. Him,
Mm.
Janice, because y'all know where we come from. Y'all might still be over there. I don't know. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all. Well, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast. Pardon these words that just flew out of my neck. But what I'm saying is, um, I'm glad to see that you all have come in to support. It's a blessing nonetheless. But real odds, thank you for deciding to share the space with us tonight. Uh, Thank you for deciding that we were worthy of your ears tonight. Um, Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Um, but yeah, like I said, uh-oh. Well, it's been a minute, and nope, I'm not nowhere near there over there. Okay, yep, I figured you'd say that. That's why I had to backtrack a little backpedaling on what I was about to say. But those who know, we ain't being messy. We're just saying something. Yeah. Matter of fact, don't worry about what me and Real Oz is talking about right now. It's not y'all business. You deal with the 6 and the 7 of what you got to deal with. Hello. Anyway, what I was saying was, I'm so glad that we have had the opportunity to meet one another. You've been
Mhm.
such a blessing to me. And of all of the no's, which is the theme of this show, that I had given, I did not tell you no.
Mhm.
And I gave out a lot of no's. It was like, you gonna
Really?
go? Oh, yes,
No,
absolutely. A
I
lot
wrote
of
this
no.
shit. I did not know
I
that.
gave out a lot of no's. Gave out a lot of weights. I gave out a
Oh
lot of I'm not
wow.
ready. I told a lot of people, no, this ain't it. This ain't the time. This, that, and the other.
Mhm.
I got things going
Mhm.
on in my life. There were a whole lot of no's. But then I was in your live one day
Mhm.
and you asked me about doing a show. And you
Mhm.
almost threw it out there like you was kind of playing or what have you.
Cause I didn't want to get rejected. Try to
Lord.
play it off like you just joking. So if they say no, then your feelings don't be hurt. I learned that a little bit on JD 365 Live and it's like a response. But yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you saw through that. Wow.
Yeah. And so it was one of those things where I'm like, oh no, you somebody that I actually wouldn't mind doing some content with. Not
Hmm.
because the other people that I told no and wait weren't worthy of it. But it
Right.
was one of those things where I was like, okay, I could see um there are there are things that I see in you that I resonate with.
Mm. I know one
And
thing you don't resonate with. Hmm.
what's that?
You probably like it's that people pleasing spirit.
Lies and hot garbage.
Tina, you talking about lies and hot garbage.
No, for real though. I mean, it's everybody don't tell the truth.
Right? They
Um,
don't. They don't.
no, everybody don't tell the truth. Matter of fact, before I go into that story, because I'm going to talk about it for a pair of seconds.
Mm.
Tiff's take, and I said it right that time. Tiff's take one at that.
Mm.
Is in the building. Appreciate your presence. Anytime that you're in this space, there's somebody else that we did a panel with that when I tell you that's probably one of the first people that had me crying on live. next to
Mm.
I'm finna say Pastor Danielle. Let me tell you something now about this thing about me and not wanting to shed a piece of tear. I don't like the water falling from my eyeballs. I don't like it. The
She don't.
seeping of eyes is not anything that I prefer for my own life. And so, because I prefer not to allow water to seep from my eyes, I try my best to stay away from all subjects that would cause water to seep from my eyes. And what I have found out recently is
Hmm.
you people in these chatments. Now, don't tell me to let it out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Won't
this.
that make
Look
you
at this.
cry?
Trish said, let it out, Tina. I ain't letting it out. I'm trying to leave it in. No, I don't need to be
What?
watering my face. I don't need to be sounding all cracked up. I want my voice to continue to sound smooth and buttery. Cavalier, if you will. The last thing I want to do is be sounding like I got the ugly cry going on the other side of this microphone. It's not cute. It's not demure, if you will. Anyway, back to what I was saying as it pertains to don't be telling me no. Yes, I like to keep it buttery. Come on now. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep it buttery. Be okay. That's all I want to do. Um, but this is the thing about you all. Pause for the cause.
Hmm.
Kiss
Oh,
from
sugar
Jay
kisses.
has made it into the space. I almost started crying. Oh, God, y'all already doing it to me. I'm so mad at everybody in this chat right now. My eyes just watered. God, let me tell you something.
Oh, Tina.
Yeah, it's this is what. Wait a minute. What she said? This is what it sounds like when redeemed thugs cry. I know,
I
right?
was just about to say, yes, Holy Thugs cry too.
Let me tell you about Kiss from Jay, which not many people know. Kiss from Jay, I found intimidating in the space
Mm.
of she's been doing this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And she is heralded as being one of the top of the community
Mm-hmm.
as it pertains to the Are You Locked In community. So when I was given the opportunity to interview her, I
Mm-hmm.
was already shaking in my boots when it came to Danielle. Now, that was the
Mm-hmm.
first one. By the time I made it to Jay, I was through booking because at least with Danielle could sense that something's wrong. The Lord would speak to her, and in her pastorship, in her ministerial capabilities, would pick it
Mm-hmm.
up from the Lord that this girl needs something, and
Mm-hmm.
speak to it. On the other hand, I didn't know where Jay was going to come from. Didn't know what I was doing. I was
Mm-hmm.
completely I felt like I was outranked in the moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, she had asked to interview me before I asked to interview her.
Mm.
But here it was. I was like, how I'm gonna ask somebody who asked me to do something for them, but that didn't make no sense. So it was a whole lot of stuff that happened all at one time.
Okay.
When I tell you, Kiss from Jay allowed me to see myself in a space that
Mm.
allowed me to believe that I could do this.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And it was after her interview and when she interviewed me. When Kiss from Jay, that's another one that I was scared of because I didn't know what she was going to ask me. I was like, I'm about to be laid at the stake and I didn't volunteered for it. Um, but when it came to Kiss from Jay, one of the things that she spoke to me because I'm bringing this around the corner, Anthony's, before you go into before you think that I'm
Whoa.
not gonna get back to the thing that you were talking about people pleaser.
I
Kiss
know.
from
Oh,
Jay. Oh,
I
I
know
ain't
you
forgot
know
what
how
I
to
was gonna
walk and
say.
chew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. Kiss from Jay said, "You're one of those ones that um who did not ask to come to the front line. You made your way to the front line. I was new to the space, and
Lord,
she recognized me as having something worth listening to.
Lord.
I have not come on camera, but she saw something in me and spoke to it and did not know I was over there trying to gather myself because I felt like a little kid
Mm,
who was getting a pat on their back for doing good in a space that I found completely intimidating. It is one
mm,
thing to be able to hide behind uh, the microphone as it pertains to radio. That's different. It's
mhm,
completely different because it's just you in the soundboard and in a studio somewhere by yourself in the dark. It's completely different though in this space because people can respond to you in real time.
mhm,
People listen and they have more access to you because your content is online.
mhm,
This is different, than from way back in the day. Because you're talking about way back in the 90s, when I was doing those things. But when I tell you that it's these things here in this space that I'm grateful for because I've been doing this since August. I don't have years under my belt. I've been doing this since August. And because I've been doing this since August, and the August started with you, Antoninus, what I did not want to do is quiet myself because I thought that you were the one who had more experience. Therefore, there was no need for me to do any more than support.
mm.
Sometimes you have no idea how um how certain insecurities will come to the surface until you're placed in the right circumstances. And so it's in those moments where either you'll shine or you'll fold. Either you'll press forward or you'll regress. Either you'll go um, full steam ahead or you'll retract and backpedal. I've gone full steam ahead because of your support. I've gone full steam of head ahead in this year since August because you believed in me, Anthony's. Is you there? Did you fold up? Hello? Is my
First of all, I wish his kids would support me like I support you. They came out here was about to be a little ratchet, so I had to go on mute. Thank you so much, but I really can't take credit for that. It was the Lord because He led me to have the strength to like. I be scared to say a lot of stuff, and I wish I would have said it sooner because if I had said things sooner, I could have got further along sooner because I don't know, you helped me. I'm just say thank you, Lord, for not letting Tina be scared. Like for you being obedient, sharing what you shared with me in reference to prayer.
hmm
Like, thank you. Like, just thank you. But I believed in you. Like, the Lord believed in me, which helped me believe in you. Like, I can't take credit. I promise you. Like, I promise you I can't. But I'm proud of you. You have come so far. And I can't believe you thought I was more experienced. Tina, be for real. Please. Tina,
You were
please.
more experienced.
Tina, please.
You are more experienced.
No, I promise
And
I'm not.
okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna let you think that
First
to
of all,
yourself.
okay, well,
I
whatever.
said what I said, and I said it with my chest, and I'm standing ten toes down on it. How about that?
Y'all, that's Tina being stern. Screen record this part. Clip this.
It's already being recorded. We live.
Oh, I'm talking about record this part. I'm done.
Yes, I give honor to whom honor is due. And it's a
Thank
lot
you,
of
Lord.
people that see the contrast that we have and feel like, we have a different approach. We could do things separately and it'd be okay and all this and other. I'm like, but y'all don't know where we came from. You
First of
don't know.
all, who's speaking like that? Who in I 6'7"? Who's in it? I'm just joking, y'all. Y'all think we different? I think we are different, but I think we are alike in a lot of ways too. But people probably can't see it. I don't know if it's because of the exterior, you know, and because
Hmm.
I'm so aggressive, maybe. But I think we are different, but I think we are alike also.
Hmm. We do have a lot of similarities. They just listen to the buttery silkiness of the country words that fall out of my mouth and don't understand. I'm a whole real person too. King
No, she
Grayson has
did.
graced us with his presence. Thank you, sir. So glad that you decided to hang out with us this last Saturday, last episode in this year 2025. Thank you for your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Yeah, folks be forgetting that you're a whole person sometimes. You know, I'm a whole person. I literally am a whole real person with real insecurities, real things that actually touch me, touch my heart, make me feel away. You know, I'm like, just because, I've had some moments where I didn't, pull the pew pew and snapped on people and whatnot, don't mean that I wasn't touched on the inside.
Right.
So that's the thing about it. People like to look at the experiences that people share with them and feel like that's all that the person is made out of. Yes, while I may be the sum total of those experiences, there also must be added how those experiences affected me.
Mm.
And a lot of that does not get shared.
Mm.
A lot of that gets shared with those that are more intimate spaces. Everybody doesn't get the opportunity to see me cry. And I'm not talking about hear me, on the line or nothing. I'm talking about literally, I'm laid in the floor in a ball of tears. How many people can say they've seen that? It's rare because I don't get down like that. Number one, hey. On the other hand, those who have seen me in that space, they know how to cover me. They know how to be there for me in that space. They know how what to minister to me. Because at the end of the day, at that point, I need ministry. I don't need a band-aid. I don't need a high five. I don't need a pat on the back. I need to be ministered to. And that's something different that everyone is not equipped with. And it's okay if they don't have the equipment, you know. Because I'm not looking to go get uh uh A5 Wagyu steak at McDonald's. It's just not happening. I don't care what they name it, and say we got the folks will say anything. It doesn't matter what they're advertising. I'm not going over there for it. No different than my looking for a hamburger at KFC. It's just I'm not looking for it. Um Lord, that is hilarious. My grandma said not everybody should see the top of your socks. You know what? That facts on facts. Grandma had something. Grandma spoke something right then. I must say. Um, but yeah, that's the thing that I appreciate about being in this space is that um because it's intentionally random, we'll talk about just about anything. I ain't forgot about we're gonna talk about no. And yeah, I know that we 40 minutes into this hour, and I'm gonna talk about it when I get ready. Hello. We gonna get there in a minute. For those of you all who are impatient, ready to talk about these no's of this year, 2025. But let me address the thing that I said I was going to touch on as it pertains to people pleasing. When it comes to people pleasing, it is easy to do. Let's start with that first and foremost, because everybody act like, I stand 10 toes down for everybody except for that one, for everyone except for the one that matters to you. I'm not talking about people that you don't care about. You know, I would have ran them over with a car. I'm not talking about them people. I'm talking about the people in your life that matter so much until they'll cause you almost to shrink who you are in their presence. Not because of necessarily of what they've done to you, but because of how you see them. And so, because of that, I always want to make sure that anytime I hear a person say, "Oh, you so strong and you don't let nothing, affect you," and all this, that, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, 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 no. You just ain't the one, or they just ain't the one. But there's some ones that I have to go to God about so that I do not do those things that I should not be doing as it pertains to them because of the things going on with me internally. And that could be just about anybody, depending on how I view them. And no, it's not no anybody like I'm walking around like, ooh, I'm so scared. Oh, this person's gonna have me in the pretzel. No, it's not even one of those type of situations. But what I can tell you is that when it comes down to wanting to become better and seeing yourself differently, what I present today, what you hear today is only a snippet of what I actually live in everyday life. So it's always best to ask the question rather than make the assumption. Because you never know. Is you all right over there, lady? Too real. Are
I
you still with?
agree.
Oh, okay. You be saying your mm-hms to yourself. I be trying to make sure you still with
Oh
us.
yeah, no, I was, but no, I agree. I
Look at
like how
this
you
him.
wrote that
Look at this
down.
him. Now look at the Reverend Doctor done spoken. So true. I didn't call her Reverend Doctor. I'm sorry. Danielle. She said just Danielle. It's in her name, and I still over here that gave her some more titles. So true. God has to check me with that too. We all have those ones. Yeah, because it ain't necessarily everybody, but it's enough of them. You know, it's me at work in everyday life. Yeah, so it's a lot more, and that's why. And I speak to it because it's a thing of we are growing, not just you.
Hmm.
We are growing to become better. We are learning how to navigate certain spaces as they come up in our lives because not everybody is dealing with the same thing the whole time or
Hmm.
at any given moment. Your thing might be, I don't want to eat corn today. And my thing is, I don't want to eat beans. What they got to do with anything when we just have an issue of eating, period.
Hmm.
And so my thing is, we all have problems. They may look different from person to person. They may be presented differently from person to person. I know that's right. I've been waiting to call you Dr. Hadley for a minute now. I just ain't said nothing. I just be
Hmm.
trying to keep it to myself because I know I'd like to call you doctor a long time ago. But hey, I'm leave that alone. Anyway, but yes, that's the thing. All of us are growing in the spaces where we need growth and where it's highlighted, where growth is needed in our lives. And with that being said, I don't frown upon anyone else's journey because I don't know what they had to go through to even get to that space where they're beginning to grow in a place that I may not have to grow in yet. Or I may have already come out of that season of growth and have made it to a place of maturity. But a place of maturity don't mean that I'm an expert necessarily in that space. That just
Right.
means I've grown from who I used to be to a better version of myself now. Because at
Right.
any given moment, the stuff can get stuffing. Hello.
No pause.
Wow. Jesus. That's a cold one. I remember when God told me my husband was an idol, I about fell to the floor. Wow.
Girl, who just said that?
That was Danielle said that. That was,
I wasn't looking at the camera. Oh my Lord, I'm talking about at the camera. Lord, I was not looking at the phone. I'm like, is this girl in my head? I mean, is this, listen, oh my Lord. Hold on, I gotta go find that comment. Oh my Lord. You
oh, I
said
can post it, put
JD
it back up
said
there.
it?
Hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You have no idea
Girl,
what people are
JD. Hmm,
experiencing. Yeah.
girl. Mm. When I
Yeah.
tell you, I literally had this conversation with one of my friends recently, and like when I like, oh my wow, I'm just like so wow. Like when the Lord told me that, I didn't even realize that, and then the Lord, oh my, I'm just like when I told my friend didn't make me feel weird, right? But it was like like when she said what she said, I could tell she had been there. But I thought it was gonna be weird saying it. But I'm like, I'm actually glad that the Lord actually called that out to me to show me that because then that means He cared like just that much for me to see. Okay, you not seeing it, so check this out, little girl. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. Like, I didn't even realize it. It wasn't intentional, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like, wow. God is so good. He is so good. Thank you for being transparent and sharing that. It's
And check
so
this.
easy to do.
Hmm. And check this out. It's
What?
that's not new. There are
What?
That's not new. That's not a phenomenon. It's
Mm,
not a phenomenon. What One thing that I could tell you is there are way more people that deal with
mm,
those things than say,
mm.
because of how they, number one, don't want to look, as it pertains to other people,
Right,
and the fact that they haven't come to a place where they're willing to recognize and acknowledge that this is
right,
an issue in their life.
right.
But that's why I love this space, because it allows people to speak to the things that we're talking about. Because we say the
Hmm.
quiet part out loud up in here, you know,
Right? We really do.
you know, and when it really, really gets raw, that's when I go solo, because I got to tell some of my own business at that point, you know. Hey, I'm just keeping it all the way 100. So, but it's one of those things I think about. It's like it, and I'm pivoting to the no. We're on our way right now, because we probably ain't gonna talk about it about 10 more minutes, and then we probably gonna get out of here. But this is the thing about that. Oh, Mrs. G, I didn't see you, but I heard somebody call your name out. Mrs.
Oh,
G, your favorite auntie. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. I am so ever so grateful, thankful anytime you share the space with us. You have such great wisdom and poise, that of which I would love to emulate at some point in time in my life. You are a blessing in this space, and I wanted to speak and say that to you while I have a chance. Hello. Um, Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the chat, Miss G. Yeah, but coming around the corner, this is what I was going to say as it pertains to the no. Um, when it comes to the no,
hmm.
this year has had some doozies. Uh, I'm not finna go into all political and talk about how we should have said no in some areas and all of that. Nope, this ain't even that type of show. But there are some things. I ain't coming for nobody in that in that capacity, none whatsoever. Oh, skirt. I got to put on the brake. Lala is in the building, and I don't remember saying nothing. I don't remember seeing you, but I'm glad that I see you now. Lala, thank you. You always put a smile on my face and warm my heart to see you in these chatments, especially. Thank you for deciding to hang out with us tonight, this evening, this afternoon, and gracing us with your presence. I respect your mind. The fact that you're a linguist makes an impression upon my heart and speaks to my sentiments. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Um, I must say that we have needed to say no this year. And some of you all can think of a few things as it pertains to the things I should have said no to. You know, that one more hamburger that got you exercising like never before. That one more donut that got you running a marathon right now. Some of us should have said no when it came to certain relatives coming into our space, breaking our things. Some of us should have said no as it pertains to the money that we loaned out to people that never returned it. Some of us should have said no as it pertains to some things that we took on, some places that we went, some things that we said. It's a lot of things that in 2025 we should have said no to. Not too much on my burger. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am tickled. But yes, we know. We know what we should have said no to, you know. Um And with that, we take into consideration that we want to move forward in perfecting our no. Not, I ain't talking about these yeses because we gonna get into that yes next year. Because next year it will be upon us quicker than we can blink almost. Um, Matter of fact, I got a birthday right before the day of the tomorrow. I mean, the day of, I said the day of tomorrow. Before next year, December 31st. Um, and then you'll be not far after that. January the 3rd. And hey, we coming in hot.
Woo-dee-woo! Where they
And-
at in the chat, man?
yes. And
We trying to have
so
100,000 people here starting this week and next week, y'all. So share this out. Tell your people. Do whatever you got to do. We appreciate it.
it's I don't know what that I don't even know what you said. I blinked. I'm gonna have to be kind and rewind and listen to that one more time.
Shameless
Uh
plug.
yeah, but that's one thing that I could say is as it pertains to um this year. This year, oh wow. It took a no. It took a no. It took a no in one community to get me to a yes in this community. It took a no from where I had originally had been hanging, and like I said, touched on earlier, to come into this space, which is completely different from where I had left from, in so many different ways. Um, there was some similarities, but for the most part, it was different, very different experience. Um, but it took those no's, and it took me a while to come to those no's. It took me a while to refrain from supporting certain people, to move on. It took me a while to come to the conclusion that I no longer want to be in this space. It's not good for me. It's time for me to go. It took me a while to be able to say no to myself when I felt a way internally, when it was time to leave. Because some of my no's were to me, to the me that would normally, under normal circumstances, allow my loyalty to get in the way of my better judgment. You know, um, in that I've come up in that space of we ride until the wheels fall off. You know, um, and I ain't wanted to ride till I die because I got to ride and ask questions. But beyond that, it's one of those things of, I'm once I'm tethered to someone, I almost got the chain and the handcuffs where I'm going. You know, unless I'm told otherwise. So it took a no for me to get to the places of the yeses, for the doors to open, for growth to happen. Anthony, as you consider some of the areas in which you've had to say no, the good no's, I ain't talking about the bad no's, but the good no's, what comes to mind as you think about this year?
The good knows as into me saying like no, and I like me feeling good about it.
Hmm. Yeah, the feel good no's. Now, hold on. Now, let me back up. Not necessarily a feel good no, but more
Mhm.
so of the no that led to better decisions, a better space.
So we talked about this like a couple of shows ago,
Hmm.
but I used to like remember I was talking about over explaining. I think I've been doing a lot better with that. Like remember, I was like, okay, y'all, first I worked on saying no. Then I was working on saying no without like explaining why I'm saying no. Because ultimately, if I'm telling you no, but I'm still explaining like why I'm saying no, then it's still kind of giving people pleasing. I care too much about you. Like, how you gonna feel about me saying no? So I think a good no for me was like just saying no and not like over explaining myself to people. Like my no, like was my no even if they like feel some type of way. I ain't gonna lie. Not next year I need to work on me saying no, not over explaining, and even if they feel some type of way, like me not letting it live rent free in my head, feeling bad still for saying no. Ultimately, even though it's a good no.
Hmm. Um, there's something I had to learn about as it pertains to um having those no's in place or putting no's in place, regardless of how I understood it fully. I just knew I was led to say no.
Okay.
And when it came to those no's, it wasn't until I said no where it gave me the space to bag up from some people. Um Yolanda said for me having someone to tell me they don't blank with me and then invited me to a function, it was liberating to say no without explanation. I know that's right, honey.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That part.
Yes. Now I say no with no explanation. Took me a while to get there. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something. It's one of the freest things ever, but it's an uncomfortable space for you when you first start out with that no.
Mm-hmm.
With that no that has no explanation with it. You first learned how to deal to shut your own self up. Shut up. Shut your mouth, close your lips, shut your face. So you don't add nothing to the no. It's hard to stay and sit in that space. It's uncomfortable, especially if you have issues with people pleasing or the individual you have some kind of affinity for, or it's one of those things. I've run myself over with your demands or your requests. Lord, well, I'm gonna wait a second. Hold on, because let me say something to him first, because I'm about to. Oh Jesus, Micah, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the time that you've spent throughout this year, 2025, visiting, making comments, hanging out with us, lending your strength to this channel. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Now, not often does this name in particular with this comment come up, but when I do see this name, I must pause. This is why I have to be on my best behavior sometimes, because sometimes I cut up, but she know her baby. This is mommy dearest, Joyce Woods, my mom, who I affectionately call Ma when I'm talking to her. I'm so glad that you were able to come into this space and share with us. I know you're always in the bushes. She said, just say no. Hello, just say no. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you making a comment so we can see your presence. Greetings and salutations, Mom. Welcome to the Chapmans. If you come for my mama, you're going to have a problem. That's all I can tell you. And y'all know how I get busy in word, and I try not to have no deeds, but I will get busy in word if you come for mommy dearest. No wire hanger. Anyway, um, word no to you is a yes to me. No to you is a yes to me. Yes, indeed. Whew. I know I need to come this line tonight. My face is getting smacked with facts. Hey, I get it. I get it. Oh, wow. Candy K all day has entered the chat. So glad to see you. Appreciate your presence as always. You, lady, have imparted so much wisdom. Just to be able to share the space with you. Um, I'm blessed by your presence, is what I can say. That's the least of what I can say. I'm so glad to have met your acquaintance, and thank you for deciding to come hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Whew, I just got nervous. My mama waving at y'all now. Take that hand because that's all you're getting. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss
Oh.
Joyce, how you doing?
Hi, thank you for your presence. Yep, that's my mommy. Um, who said that? Hello? Uh, I am so gobsmacked by all of these comments in here talking about mama and feeling the way a little bit. Uh, I'm back. Had to step away for a bit since the beginning, but in the background cleaning. We know we'll see the video whenever you put it out, but it's all right. Just glad that you're in the space. I had acknowledged you earlier. Hopefully, you heard me when I was shouting you out. Me 2 times is in the building. So glad that you made it here. Greetings and salutations. Thank you for your service. I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Anytime that you're in a space, we're glad because, of course, you're one that has a lot of wisdom to share as well as your expertise as it pertains to things, all things pertaining to YouTube and content creation. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Chapmans. Whew, Lord. Okay, I made it to the end. Um, my pastor speaking to your mama. You see it. Okay. Now, like I've said before, um, when it comes to those no's, like Danielle said a minute ago about a no to you is a yes to me. Sometimes in just saying no, we get to experience a freedom of which we have never experienced before. If we allow ourselves to train the people that we have trained to hear only our yes. Can I say it one more time? When we say no and continue to stand on that no, we retrain the people who have been conditioned on only hearing our yeses. And with that comes a freedom, it comes a liberty, it unlocks you to a peace that you've never been able to experience before because you done gave that good no. I'm not talking about you telling them no because you need to eat some vegetables. You know, all you've been eating is fried chicken. I ain't talking about one of them. I'm talking about those no's that keep your sanity. Yes, retrain them. Um, it is so important that you make yourself important. It is so important that you're intentional about the why behind your answer. We have talked about several different things this evening about our journey to make into this space. Well, I've been doing most of the talking. I done got a couple of amens and about 2, 3 sentences from Anthony's tonight. She's a little quiet. She more, but y'all know how she be listening a lot of times. But she'll chime in when she ready for that bell. But anyway, beyond that, and I ain't coming down. I ain't coming on. I ain't coming at. That wasn't a shot at you, Anthony. You know I love you, and I don't want you to go nowhere. I need
Jay,
you to stay right here in the indescribable, intentionally random broadcast.
chat me. Drop a one in the chat if you think that was shade.
Oh, Vaughn is here. Hey, Vaughn. I'm so glad that you were able to make it into this space, being that this is our last intentionally random broadcast episode of the year before we go into next year, 2026. I appreciate your presence. Anytime that I'm on the panel with you, I always appreciate that space. You have always made me feel welcome. And I'm appreciative of that. Vaughn, thank you for everything you did for me this year. Thank you for who you are as a person. Thank you for being willing to challenge yourself to be better in front of everyone. Thank you. And being honest about who you are and where you are. Thank you. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Whew. Okay, back to what I was saying. That was not no shade to you, Antonise. I was just saying though, um, yeah, we have shared quite a bit about how we have had to learn this year
Mm-hmm.
to take a moment to put the mirror up to our own faces as it
Mm-hmm.
pertains to seeing ourselves differently, seeing ourselves new, seeing ourselves whole, seeing ourselves in the place of healing, seeing ourselves as being important to the space, and therefore needing to make adjustments so that we can see that we're not um, an accessory to our own abuse, so that we're not an accessory to ignoring the cries of our own heart, of
Mm.
our own voice, that we're not complicit in shutting ourselves down when we need to speak up for ourselves, especially as it pertains to those things which are healthy, which are needful,
Mm-hmm.
which are right. Any closing remarks
What do
to
you want
it?
to say yes to?
Hmm. Is that a question? Was that rhetorical?
No, that's my closing remark. Because if we
Mm,
spent out like I considered what I said no to, like the good no's, the bad no's, like, but now I'm like, okay, what am I saying yes to? Like next year, you know?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's it. Y'all heard it. We close this year out thinking about where our yeses are going. We've established where we don't need to say no. We've established the areas in which we said no that we should have said yes to.
Mm,
We've established the no's that were necessary that we didn't speak on.
mm.
With those things, what's the question now is where do your yeses belong? Who
Because
deserves that yes? Hmm.
you took it in that yes. Oh, I love that. Like, where does your yes belong?
Yes.
Because yeses are needed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just don't put that yes where the no belong.
Right.
All you gotta do is say no.
I was about to say yes so quick. OMG.
Hmm.
Look at me, ready to throw out a yes.
I know, right? Because them folks sang that song. Ain't nobody said no, no more. You better learn where to put that no at.
Mm,
And it's okay to say yes. It's okay to say yes. It's just about doing the due diligence that's necessary to make sure our yeses are fully vetted.
mm,
With that being said, we love y'all all year long, or at least a piece of year that we had with y'all, because I'm new to the space, at least a little new, a piece of new, a sprinkle of new, you know. But with those of you all I have connected with, please know that I appreciate all of you.
mhm,
I appreciate the yeses. Your coming in tonight was a yes to me. Your coming in and liking the live was a yes for me. Your coming in and making comments were a yes for us. We thank you. We appreciate you. Be willing to grow in your know. Be willing to be in the space where you're able to cultivate, to revisit, and to implement the yeses and the nos of your life. Lala said it best: grow in your no. KNOW. I'm signing it with my hands, but I'm using the wrong kind of sign language. I know the other ones, but I'm still used to doing the other ones. And so I don't need to be on camera throwing them hand signals. But what I'm saying is grow in your no as you say no. No, KNOW, what your no, N-O, is about. And no, KNOW, when that no is unnecessary and that yes is affordable. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We bless you. And for those of you all who do not believe in the Lord Jesus, in the Bible, in prayer, feel free, as I always say, to dismiss yourself. But we want to pray with you all one last time in 2025. Father, we thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
You've given us what to talk about. You've given us what to touch on. We asked you to do it, and you did just what we asked. Thank you for allowing us to come into this space and become better. Better at recognizing where our nose landed wrong, where our no's were left unspoken, and where we didn't have a no, and where we should have placed a no. Now, Lord, help us to walk into our yeses. The yes to your will. The yes to the things that you have for us. The yes of opening our hands to receive the things that you have in store for us. Thank you for prospering us in this space and in this place. Cover everyone and touch those who do not know how to say no. Change the mind, change the heart, so they are no longer a victim to their own decisions. God, we thank you for the wisdom you've imparted tonight and for those who shared in this space. In Jesus' name, we give thanks and pray. Amen.
Amen. Ooh.
As always, God bless y'all. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.